Welcome back to the Expensive Coins History channel. It's small, it's copper, and it's often forgotten. But what if I told you that a single penny in your change jar could be worth more than 100, or even thousands of dollars? Today, we're diving into one specific coin that continues to puzzle collectors and spark curiosity among treasure hunters, the 1981 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. This video will explore its fascinating history, the reasons behind its perceived rarity, what truly makes it valuable, how to assess your own coin, and what it's worth in today's market in the year 2025. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a curious enthusiast, stay tuned. This coin may be far more than it seems. The Lincoln cent was introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It replaced the Indian head cent and was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person. Fast forward to 1981, and the design, though updated, was still heavily based on the original Lincoln portrait by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse was the Lincoln Memorial, a design used from 1959 through 2008. In 1981, the Philadelphia Mint struck over 7 billion Lincoln cents. These coins were not marked with a mint letter, which is why the 1981 no mint mark penny simply features the date, 1981, beneath Lincoln's profile, with no additional letters or mint indicators. However, there is more to this penny than meets the eye, especially when we consider its metal composition, minting conditions, and survival in top condition. Up until late 1982, the U.S. Mint struck Lincoln cents with a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc. Each coin weighed approximately 3.11 grams. The increasing cost of copper in the late 1970s and early 1980s pushed the U.S. Mint to seek cheaper alternatives. That's why the year 1981 represents the last full year of the copper-based Lincoln cent. In 1982, the transition began to a zinc-based coin with copper plating, which reduced the weight to just 2.5 grams. So the 1981 penny is not only a pre-transition copper coin, it's also among the last of a historic era in U.S. coinage. Even melted down, the metal inside a 1981 penny is worth more than 1 cent. That alone makes it more valuable than its face value. In 1981, Lincoln cents were produced at 3 major U.S. Mint facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; San Francisco, primarily proof coins, with an S mint mark because the Philadelphia Mint did not use a mint mark for Lincoln cents in 1981. Some people mistakenly believe that a missing mint mark is an error. In reality, it's not an error, it's how these coins were made. A 1981 penny with no mint mark is simply a Philadelphia issue, and most were struck for general circulation. But what can make these coins rare and valuable is their condition, and in certain cases, specific error types that occurred during the minting process. Yes, over 7 billion of these coins were struck in Philadelphia in 1981. That number sounds astronomical. And for circulated coins in average condition, that massive mintage makes the coin extremely common. But here's where it gets interesting: very few of these coins have survived in gem uncirculated condition. Fewer still exist with a bright, lustrous, red surface, which is the preferred color designation for collectors. Over time, copper darkens and spots. So finding a flawless, glossy red 1981 penny from Philadelphia is actually far more difficult than you'd imagine. Coins that grade MS65 and higher, with full red luster and no damage, can be worth dozens or even hundreds of dollars. And at the absolute top, grades of MS67 or MS68, value can climb into the thousands. Professional grading companies assess Lincoln cents using the Sheldon scale, from 1 to 70, MS60, MS64, basic uncirculated MS65, MS66, choice uncirculated, few marks MS67+, premium gem MS68. Extremely rare condition. In addition to the number grade, color is also important: brown, BN fully circulated, darker copper tone red brown, RB some original luster remains red, RD bright, original mint luster, most desirable A. 1981 no mint mark penny graded MS67 red is an elite coin. There are extremely few examples in this condition. If you come across one, especially in a certified slab from a grading service, it could be worth hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars. Let's talk about what really makes the 1981 penny explode in value: minting errors. Some 1981 Lincoln cents were struck with dramatic and rare errors, including off-center strikes. If the coin design is shifted off the planchet by 10% or more, value can jump to $50 to $500 depending on severity. Double strikes, coins struck twice during minting, showing a clear duplication of design, are very collectible. Die caps and brockage errors. These rare mechanical failures create ghosted or smeared designs and can be worth hundreds or even thousands. Wrong planchet errors. Some 1981 pennies were struck on dime or foreign coin planchets, extremely rare and valuable, fold-over strikes or clipped planchets. These unusual shapes draw interest from error coin collectors. An ordinary-looking coin could hold one of these rare errors. That's why careful inspection is so important. So, what's the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny really worth today in 2025? Here's a general breakdown of current values. Circulated condition, typically 1 to 2 cents, mainly due to copper melt value. Uncirculated MS60 to MS64, between 10 cents to $2 MS65 red, $5 to $15 MS66 red, $20 to $50 MS67 red, $100 to $300 depending on appeal and certification. MS67 plus red, $500 and higher. MS68 red, rare, values can exceed $1,000 to $3,000. Major errors, between $50 to $10,000 plus depending on type, rarity, and grade. Keep in mind, values fluctuate based on collector demand, auction results, and availability in the marketplace. If you're now wondering whether that old 1981 penny in your drawer is a jackpot, here's what to do: weigh it. Use a digital scale. It should weigh approximately 3.11 grams. If lighter, you might have a zinc transitional error. Examine it. Look under magnification for die errors, doubling, off-centering, or unusual shapes. Check color. Is it full red, or has it toned to brown? Look for damage, scratches, dents, and wear. Reduce value. The 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a fascinating coin. While most are common and often ignored, a small percentage hold hidden value, especially in uncirculated condition or with rare errors. So next time you sift through your pocket change, remember, not all pennies are created equal. The 1-cent coin in your hand might just be $1,000 treasure waiting to be discovered. We take a deep dive into the 1987 Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin struck by the billions, yet one that holds hidden potential for collectors, especially in high grades or with rare errors. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual hobbyist, you'll want to stay with us to the end as we explore the full historical context, design features, production details, rarity levels, error varieties, grading insights, and most importantly, the true market value of this coin in 2025. The Lincoln cent holds a unique place in American numismatic history. It was first introduced in 1909 to honor the centennial of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original coin featured Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and wheat stalks on the reverse. It was the first circulating U.S. coin to feature a real person, and its creation marked a dramatic shift in U.S. coinage. Fast forward to 1959, 50 years after the debut of the Lincoln cent, the reverse design was changed to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The new design, created by Frank Gasparo, showcased the Lincoln Memorial, a bold architectural symbol of national reverence. From that point, the penny featured Lincoln on both sides, his bust on the obverse, and the memorial on the reverse, where a tiny Lincoln statue can even be seen if you look closely with magnification. This memorial reverse was used from 1959 all the way until 2008, making the 1987 Lincoln cent part of a long and familiar design era. But while the design might be common, not all 1987 pennies are created equal. In 1987, the United States Mint operated 3 facilities capable of producing Lincoln cents: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The 1987 D penny was struck at the Denver Mint, identifiable by the small D mint mark placed just below the date on the obverse side of the coin. The Denver Mint is known for producing coins for circulation with strong strikes and consistent quality. In 1987, over 4.8 billion Lincoln cents were struck at this facility alone. That's right, billions with a B. This massive production makes the 1987 D one of the most common Lincoln cents of the memorial era in terms of sheer numbers. However, as we'll see, quantity does not always diminish value, especially when it comes to quality. By 1982, the U.S. Mint had shifted from the traditional 95% copper composition to a copper-plated zinc planchet. The 1987 D penny, therefore, features a core of 99.2% zinc and 0.8% copper, covered with a thin copper plating to give it that familiar red appearance. This change drastically reduced the cost of producing pennies, but it also introduced new types of minting issues and vulnerabilities. The penny weighs 2.5 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. Its smooth edge and bright copper color are familiar to every American, but the change in metal composition led to coins that were more prone to environmental damage, bubbling, and plating errors. At first glance, the 1987 D penny is not rare. You can still find it in circulation, in coin jars, and even in rolls purchased from banks. In circulated condition, it is worth exactly 1 cent. But the story changes dramatically when we talk about uncirculated or high-grade coins. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with mint state coins starting at MS-60 and climbing up to the flawless MS-70. Most 1987 D pennies are found in poor to average condition. However, finding a genuine mint state example, especially one graded MS-67 or higher, is quite rare. The combination of a full, sharp strike, no contact marks, bright red luster, and pristine surfaces makes these coins highly desirable to collectors. In 2025, coins graded MS-66 red can fetch a few dollars. MS-67 red specimens jump to the range of $20 to $50 or more depending on market demand and auction exposure. MS-68 red coins are exceptionally rare and can be valued in the hundreds. On rare occasions, coins graded MS-69 red have been known to command values in the low thousands, due to their near-perfect condition and certification by top grading services. Beyond mint state grades, error coins represent another exciting dimension of numismatics. The 1987 D penny is no exception. Despite its common appearance, several error types have emerged that make this penny highly collectible. Some known and collectible error types for the 1987 D Lincoln cent include off-center strikes. When the coin isn't properly centered during the striking process, a portion of the design is missing. Off-center coins that still show the date and mint mark are especially desirable. Double dies. These coins show doubling of the design elements, usually visible in the lettering or date. While rare for this year, any visible doubling should be closely examined. Clipped planchets. A portion of the coin appears cut off, due to an incomplete blank being fed into the press. Die cracks or cuds, raised lines or blobs on the coin that result from a damaged die. Missing plating errors. These result in coins that appear dull gray or silver, exposing the zinc core beneath the copper plating. Sometimes only part of the coin is affected, creating striking visual contrast. Broad strikes and strike-throughs. These result in misshapen coins or unusual surface impressions. These error types can range in value from $20 to several $100 depending on severity, visibility, and overall coin condition. If you have a 1987 D penny and you're wondering if it's worth more than a cent, here's a step-by-step guide to evaluate it. Check for luster. A bright, reddish, uncirculated coin may have value. Dull or brown coins are generally worth face value. Inspect for damage, scratches, dings, and corrosion. Lower value. Only clean, untouched coins are considered for grading. Use magnification. Examine the coin under 10x or higher magnification to identify possible errors or doubled elements. Compare to grading standards. Use online references or grading guides to estimate the coin's grade. consider professional grading, for coins you believe may grade MS67 or higher, or for coins with unusual errors, submit them to a professional grading service. A certified grade adds authenticity and resale value. Check auction results, see what similar coins have sold for recently. Look at condition, certification, and sale platform to gauge real-world value. As of 2025, the coin collecting market remains healthy, with increased interest from both seasoned collectors and younger generations entering the hobby. While the 1987 D penny is not among the rarest coins in American history, its value continues to hold in higher grades. Auction platforms, coin shows, and online marketplaces often list certified MS67 and MS68 examples with strong bidding activity. Collectors are especially focused on coins that have been certified as red and high grade by leading grading companies. These coins are sought after as part of memorial cent date runs or for registry sets. Errors continue to grow in popularity, especially dramatic and eye-catching examples. If you're investing in modern pennies, the 1987 D offers a low-risk opportunity to hunt for high-grade or error coins at very low cost. A few lucky finds in a coin roll or change jar could be worth submitting for grading and selling in a competitive marketplace. The 1987 D Lincoln Cent is a coin millions overlook every day. Its common appearance hides its potential value, if you know what to look for. While most examples will never be worth more than face value, a perfect specimen or a rare error can command impressive prices on the open market. Always store coins in a cool, dry place in non-PVC holders to avoid chemical damage. Never clean coins, as this destroys collector value. Use a loupe or digital microscope to inspect each coin in detail. Focus on high-grade examples and known error varieties to build a valuable collection. Learn from the market, watch auctions, attend shows, and join collector communities. The 1990 Lincoln 1-cent penny. But not just any 1990 penny. We're diving into the incredibly rare and mysterious 1990 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a modern treasure that has left collectors stunned, curious, and eager to find one in their own change. We'll explore this coin's origin, design, minting process, the infamous missing mint mark, and why certain examples of this penny are worth thousands of dollars in 2025. Get ready for a comprehensive deep dive into one of the most surprising modern penny stories in American numismatic history. Before we can truly appreciate the rarity of the 1990 no-mint mark penny, we need to go back, way back, to the roots of the Lincoln cent. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln penny became the first circulating U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. The original design by Victor David Brenner featured Lincoln's bust on the obverse and 2 wheat ears on the reverse. This wheat penny design ran until 1958. In 1959, to mark Lincoln's 150th birthday, the reverse design changed to the Lincoln Memorial, an image that would define the reverse of the penny for the next 50 years. From 1959 through 2008, this design remained largely unchanged, making the coins from this era incredibly familiar, yet often overlooked by the average person. Despite their common appearance, coins like the 1990 Lincoln cent can contain unusual and significant minting variations that elevate them from pocket change to prized collectibles. To understand the significance of a missing mint mark, we need to understand what mint marks are and why they matter. The U.S. Mint operates multiple facilities. In modern times, these include Philadelphia, no mint mark or a P, Denver, marked with a D, and San Francisco, with an S for proof coins. Mint marks identify which facility produced the coin. Circulating pennies from Philadelphia traditionally carried no mint mark, while those from Denver bore a D. However, when it comes to proof coins, which are specially made for collectors and not meant for circulation, the story is different. These coins are struck at the San Francisco Mint and typically feature an S mint mark. Proof coins are known for their sharp details, mirror-like surfaces, and overall high-quality finish. That brings us to 1990, the year when something unexpected occurred. a batch of proof pennies intended to bear the San Francisco's mint mark were minted without any mint mark at all. This rare error gave birth to the highly sought-after 1990 No.S proof Lincoln cent. Somewhere during the early stages of 1990, a die intended for producing proof pennies at the San Francisco Mint was mistakenly used before the S mint mark was added. This resulted in a small batch of proof coins being struck without any mint mark whatsoever. These error coins were released unknowingly within sealed government-issued proof sets and quietly made their way into the hands of unsuspecting collectors. The U.S. Mint eventually discovered the mistake, but by that point, several of the flawed sets had already been distributed to the public. What makes this error remarkable is not just the minting mistake itself, but the incredibly limited number of these error coins that exist. Experts estimate that only a few thousand were ever produced, and only a portion of those have been identified, authenticated, and graded. So, how can you tell if you're holding one of these valuable pieces of numismatic history? Here's what to look for: proof quality. The coin should have a mirror-like background with frosted design elements. This is typical of a proof strike.no mint mark. Most importantly, check just below the date. A regular 1990 proof penny should have a small S mark beneath the year. If there's no mark at all, and the coin has proof characteristics, then you may have stumbled upon a true 1990 no mint mark proof penny authentication. Because counterfeiters have tried to remove mint marks from regular proof coins, it's absolutely critical to have any suspected no mint mark proof penny authenticated and graded by a professional coin grading service. This coin can be easily confused with a regular 1990 penny from Philadelphia, which also lacks a mint mark. But the Philadelphia coin is a circulation strike, not a proof. The key difference is the quality and appearance of the strike. Values vary based on grade, strike quality, eye appeal, and market demand. But here's a general breakdown of what you might expect: circulating 1990 penny, Philadelphia, no mint mark in average circulated condition, face value.in mint state 67 red or better, up to several $100s, mint state 68 or 69 red, possibly between $1,000 and $7, 500.1990, D, Denver Mint, penny, similar to Philadelphia coins in high grades, but mint state 69 examples can go for around $3,000.1990 S proof penny, with mint mark common in PR 69, worth $2 to $10. PR 70 deep cameo, possibly $100 or more. 1990 no mint mark proof penny, no S error in PR 69 deep cameo, typically sells for $4,000 to $6,500. In PR 70, can command over $7,000 and occasionally more, depending on demand. Lower proof grades may still sell for thousands, depending on their visual appeal. It's worth noting that these coins have historically appreciated over time. Their value is not only determined by rarity but by their significance as a modern minting anomaly. If you're an aspiring collector or a seasoned enthusiast hoping to find one of these rarities, here are some tips. Examine old proof sets. The no-S error coins were originally distributed in government-issued 1990 proof sets. If you or someone you know has unopened or untouched sets, now is the time to examine them carefully. Check for authentication. Never rely on visual inspection alone. Always use certified third-party graders. Protect your coins. If you believe you found one of these valuable coins, avoid handling it with bare hands. Use gloves and place it in a protective holder. Stay updated with market trends. Coin values fluctuate. Following auctions, collector forums, and price guides can help you stay informed. Don't clean your coins. Cleaning a coin can destroy its value. Even if it looks dirty or worn, never polish or clean it. The 1990 no mint mark Lincoln penny may be tiny in size, but it holds enormous value for collectors and historians alike. Its existence is a testament to the idea that even in modern times, with sophisticated minting technology, mistakes can, and do, happen. And sometimes, those mistakes create treasures. If you're lucky enough to find one, you're not just holding a penny, you're holding a piece of history. Whether you decide to keep it, sell it, or simply marvel at its rarity, one thing is certain: it's a reminder that hidden value can be found in the most unexpected places, even in something as small as a penny. Thanks for joining us here at Rare Coin Chronicles. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell for more fascinating stories from the world of numismatics. Got a rare coin of your own? Drop a comment, we'd love to hear your story. Until next time, happy collecting.